Most women who've been through narcissistic abuse reach a point where they know exactly what they should do. They know they should leave or stop texting back or trust what their body is revealing to them, and yet they still can't do it. If that's you, this video explains why that happens and what actually changes it, because it's not a willpower problem that's unique to just you. We've all been there, myself included. It's down to something very specific, and once you understand it, you can start working with it instead of fighting yourself through this. Curious? Keep watching and you'll find out. I knew my ex had cheated on me. I knew it in the nights he didn't come home. I knew it from him ignoring me when he went on nights out. I knew it from his aloof behavior. And every time I brought it up with him, he would deny it, he would turn it back on me and make me feel like I was the problem for even suggesting it. So I overrode what I knew because his gaslighting was louder than my self-trust at the time. And months after we broke up, people started coming forward about him. A woman even contacted me with proof. And as devastating as that moment was for me, it was also the most validating thing to have been through after the 2.5 years I spent with my ex, doubting myself. Because I knew it in my bones the whole time. I just hadn't yet built enough trust in myself to hold on to what I knew when someone was working hard to convince me otherwise. What I didn't understand then, and what I want to explain to you now, is why that happens. Because there's a very clear reason why intellectual knowledge doesn't automatically translate into action, and why your body signals just get so easy to override all the time. Think of your brain as a massive motorway or a freeway for my American friends, and every experience you've had has helped paved one of those lanes or highways, and the more you've traveled a particular route, the wider and smoother that road became, and the more automatically your brain takes it. Like driving home from work, you're on autopilot, not thinking about it, and suddenly you're parked up on your drive at home, wondering how you got there without even thinking about it. So a well-paved road in your brain after narcissistic abuse might look like he's distant, so something is wrong, so I need to fix it. Or this person is being kind, so I need to figure out what they might want from me. Those roads formed because you traveled them so many times that your brain made them its default route. Now imagine you learn a new fact. You read something, or you watch a video, or you go to therapy, and you understand intellectually that your nervous system is stuck in the past. That new fact is like being handed a map that shows you a better route. The problem is, the road doesn't exist yet. You can see it on paper, but your brain hasn't paved it yet. So when you're tired, stressed, emotionally activated, your brain does what brains do. It takes the path of least resistance. So it takes the most familiar road, the one that costs the least energy, even if you know it leads somewhere you don't actually want to go. This is why you can spend months in therapy, know all the terminology about narcissistic abuse, understand your patterns completely, and still find yourself texting him in the middle of the night. And you haven't done anything wrong. It's just that your brain hasn't had enough new experiences of you being alone to build the new road yet. There's a second layer to this as well, and it's called affective realism, which is your brain's tendency to treat what you feel as an objective truth about the world. So if your body produces a feeling of dread around someone new, your brain doesn't register that as I might be having an old reaction here. So it constructs a reality where there is an actual threat. The feeling then becomes the evidence, and that's why your instincts can feel so certain and so convincing, even when they're pointing you in the wrong direction. The first thing that helps to change this is learning to slow down and separating the physical sensation from the meaning your brain has attached to it. So instead of landing on something's wrong, you get curious about what you're feeling in your body instead. Like, is your chest tightening? Is your stomach dropping? Is your heart beating faster? Because those are sensations, and sensations are information, but they're not automatically facts about what's happening right now. They might be a reaction to this moment, or they might be your brain taking a very familiar road based on something that happened 2 years ago. This is worth practicing because the feeling of certainty that comes with a strong gut reaction is manufactured by your brain to help you you move quickly. It's not a guarantee that what you're sensing is accurate. So the more you can get curious about a feeling, rather than immediately accepting it as truth, the more space you create to actually evaluate what's in front of you. The second thing, and the most practical tool I advise clients, is to write things down. Your brain under stress or under gaslighting is not a reliable narrator. Memory shifts, details blur, and a manipulative person will use that against you. But your own handwriting from the day that something happened doesn't gaslight you. It stares up at you in black and white and gives you accurate and dated information. Writing things down forces you to slow down and process what's happening in real time, rather than letting your brain fast track to a familiar conclusion. It also builds a record. Patterns that are impossible to see in the moment become obvious when you can read back to 3 weeks of entries. And if you're trying to work out whether what you're feeling is a genuine signal or an old pattern being triggered, your journal will show you things that your memory won't hold on to. The third thing is learning to check in with your body budget before you trust a strong feeling. Lisa Feldman Barrett's research shows that a huge number of our gut feelings are actually just reflections of our physical state, not accurate readings of the situation. This is even supported by research, where they found judges to be more likely to give a harsher sentence before lunch than after, because hunger was affecting their emotional state. So before you decide a feeling is telling you something important, it's worth checking in with yourself to see whether you're exhausted, depleted, hungry, or sleep deprived, because your brain in that state will reach for the most familiar, most well-worn prediction it has. And that prediction was built during a time of your life that you don't want to repeat again. You always knew, just like I did. So the work is about learning to slow down enough for you to sense what you already know before someone else convinces you that you don't know it. The gap between knowing and doing closes with new experiences that give your brain actual evidence to work with, repeated enough times that the new road starts to feel as familiar as the old one. That's slow body-based work, and it's exactly what my audio course, How to Trust Yourself Again, is designed to walk you through. 4 parts, practical, and built specifically for where you are right now. Link is below in the description.